Hello, SolarLune here. Welcome to the stream. There I am. Wait a second, hold on. Okay. 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 There it is. Okay. All right. Yes. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Hello to everyone who might be watching, or who might just be popping in fresh. But yes, hello. I'm SolarLune. I'm an independent game developer. I am a musician. I do stuff. I am the creator of Tetra3D as well, and that is a 3D renderer that I made myself. I'm working on this little game to basically show what it can do, and just kind of get it to this stage of being pretty solid. So yeah, between the last post and this one, the last video and this one, I just did some kind of middle of the road kind of stuff. I added a door that you can open and close, which is pretty cool. Pretty solid, and little icon that shows up. Yeah, so pretty solid stuff. Just did some other things. Something that I implemented was the ability for an animation to be relative rather than being absolute. So you can basically make, well, I'll show what I did. I made this door opening animation on a door, which is here. Oops. Yeah, it's this one. And if the animation is, what's the word? If the animation is absolute, then basically, regardless of how I rotate the door when placing it, it will always open, go on these specific rotations, these two, angles. But if it's relative, then basically regardless of how I rotate it, when I start the animation, it will start from there and rotate 90 degrees in. So it's nice to have that option. Another way to do that, or to give the same kind of result, would be to parent this door to another node and then rotate that node instead. So there's a couple of ways to kind of approach this kind of a problem, and it's cool to have the ability to kind of approach it as you kind of need to approach it. Yeah, so it just over the past few days, I've been working on just kind of stuff in the middle of the connective tissue of Tetra3D, which is pretty cool. Just kind of getting things fixed and working on stuff. Trying to see exactly what else I did. Copy the message. Yeah, okay, so yeah, camera stuff, field of view things, added the ability to reset a node's transform to basically where it was initially placed in the scene, which is useful. I added a camera panel, field of view changing system, because basically in Blender, when you have a camera, I guess there's no camera in this scene. No, there's a camera in here. Hold on. There it is. When you look at the Blender field of view lens section, this field of view value changes depending on basically the perspective, or not the perspective, the aspect ratio of the camera. So for example, if it's horizontal like this, if it's letterbox, or I guess you could say landscape, then it is a vertical field of view. And then if it's a portrait camera aspect ratio, then it's a horizontal field of view, as I understand it, which is annoying because basically in Tetra3D, the field of view is always vertical. The unit of measurement for the field of view, it's always a vertical field of view. So basically that means that you would, for example, you would type in like, oh, I want a 90-degree field of view, and then you go in game and it feels very close, very, very zoomed in. And that's not good, right? Like you put in 90-degree field of view here, you go to export it, or you go to, export it and look at the result, and it feels very, very close. Like, this doesn't feel like a 90-degree field of view. So I was like, what's going on? So that's what it took some time to kind of figure out, like, what's going on? Why is this happening? So I made my own camera section that basically has a more consistent field of view slider. That's, allows you to go to, 179 or down to 1 degree field of view. But you can put in 90, for example. For whatever reason, 90 specifically is like, no, it refuses. Anyway, because basically what this is doing, it's performing some calculation on the internal field of view value. So it's still using this. It's just basically adjusting this by means of this using some math. So now we have some accurate field of view. So it looks correct in the game, or rather, it looks correct in Blender, and then it also looks correct in the game. And this is correct. This is a 90-degree field of view, more skewing on the sides. Very old school PC game. Cool. Yeah, so hope everyone's doing well. That's basically the stuff that I've been working on so far. Artems says, by the way, what happens to the field of view when approaching the camera from below? When approaching the camera from below? When approaching the camera from below? Do you mean like what happens? Do you mean like what happens to textures on the edges? Yeah, it's just like, what I need to do is clip the triangles. There's a couple things I need to do to basically not have it look weird on the edges, and I'm not sure if I'll ever get around to doing it, which is essentially, one is affine texture mapping. Basically, as the triangles get closer to the edges, they're stretching. There's the texture coordinates are stretching, but then also the triangles aren't being clipped to the window. So as they go past the window, they get bigger and bigger off screen. So that's what gives part of this like really aggressive bending and stretching on the sides. I'm not sure if I'm going to fix that, because to clip the triangles, I feel like would just take too much time. Someone else can do it if they want, or maybe I'll do it eventually if I really think it's necessary. But I don't know. I'm just not super like, I don't have the desire to do it, and I don't think it'll be performant enough to clip the triangles and re-render or recreate the triangles. Like recreate the triangle using multiple triangles. That's what the clipping process is. Let me draw it. So if you're unfamiliar with it, I can kind of show you what it entails. I'll need a bigger canvas than that. Get like a 640 by 640. So the general idea is basically, let's say this is the game window. Excuse me. So let's say this is the game window, and you have a triangle that's like this. Currently in Tetra3D, that's how the triangle renders. Like if 2 points are off screen, it just renders it like that. What it should do, what a 3D renderer should do, is basically say, oh, these 2 points of the triangle, this one, and this one are off screen. So let's make a new triangle essentially like this. That's basically, that lines up with the bottom edge of the window. And it does that for any triangle. So for example, if the triangle is like this, then rather than drawing the triangle like that, it basically creates two triangles like this. So it would be something like this. Like one triangle is this. Well, I guess we could use a different color. There we go. So one triangle is this, and the other triangle is the white here, like that. And I think those two things combined would basically get rid of the really aggressive bending on the textures, but I just don't really care. I don't really care to like solve it right now. It's something that would take a pretty considerable amount of time. Maybe, you know, assuming I was working on it like heavily, it might take days or maybe even longer for me to like, you know, solve it satisfactorily. And it's just like, it's not that big of a deal. It's just kind of, it is what it is. Like, it's just not it. This is kind of PlayStation 1 tech. Like, this is kind of what it would look like in PS1. It wouldn't be as aggressive, definitely. I think it would be a lot less aggressive on PS1, but at the same time, it still would be there. So I'm not like it's just kind of like, eh. It's one of those things where it's like, it would be a nice to have to fix it, but it's not, I don't think, really critical, considering this is kind of one of the inherent flaws of this kind of rendering system, you know, and I'm kind of imitating that. Yeah, it's definitely something that, like, you know, I'm definitely not trying to make a general purpose engine or a general purpose renderer here. It is definitely a software renderer or a affine renderer, affine 3D, you know, old school renderer. So that's what I'm going for, and that's what it looks like. So it's like, you know, I think it's fine to kind of choose your battles, or I think it's important to choose your battles and be like, well, you know, I'm not going to be able to maybe make something that is as fast as I would like, or as fast as other options, or as you know, generalized or extendable as other options. But that's fine. This, you know, I just needed to kind of do what it does well, rather than focusing so much on like you know, nice to haves, or, you know, fixes for things that, you know, I'm not really using it for. All right, so this is pretty solid. Yeah, this is pretty solid, All right, so what we're gonna do today, let me commit this stuff. I might end up making an inventory system, because I'll need to do that at some point. So that might be today. Let me get some music. Hold on. No. This is fine. And let me turn it up. Oh, it's maybe a little too loud. Let's go for something like that. Okay. Cool. There we go. So something else I added or got is the 8-bit do ultimate controller. So that's, I just basically made some a few changes just to make it, you know, make sure it works pretty consistently, and it works pretty well. So Y is to examine, X is to interact, open doors, right trigger is to run. Pretty solid, pretty easy, pretty simple. Yeah, so pretty good. Yeah, this is pretty solid. So I'll probably work on an inventory system today. Because, whoops, I nearly dropped this. Because I have the ability to examine things and reveal them. I like that mechanic. And one of the things you can examine, or the only thing you can examine here right now, is a key, basically, in the parking lot. Here, which actually, now that I think about it, let me adjust that. This piece smaller. Juto says, how do you get that sky texture to work? Cube map magic or something? The cube or the sky is just another scene. So basically it's your classic skybox, where basically the skybox is another scene. It's drawing basically before the game scene. And a camera in the skybox scene just mirrors the rotation of the camera in the game scene. So when we look up, it looks like there's, you know, an eclipse essentially up there. It's just outside the scene. So it's just, yeah, that's it. Juto also asks, what song is this? This is my song. This is Thunder Days. Thunder Days. Was it always called that? I thought it was called something else. But yeah, Thunder Days is this song. I make songs for my games and stuff. Okay, so this is working. Yeah, so that's the idea, is basically in examination mode, you can find things by basically just looking at them. So the idea is that the doorway here will be locked, and it'll be like, oh man, I can't get in. I need to find the key or the key card or whatever, and you'll have to look around using your examination thing, and then you'll find it like that. So I like the system. What I want to do is a couple things here. Sparkle. We'll do this we'll do this hold on, I gotta think about this. The general idea is basically properties. This gives you property. Okay. Oh, it will create it then. Oh no, no. Game Novice says, yo, working on particle system? No, but hello. Not working on a particle system right now. Particles, I made particles, particle support in Tetra3D, or added particle support in Tetra3D a while ago. So it's not like GPU particles or something fancy like that. They're just ordinary like CPU particles, but I added that a while ago. So I might add particles. Oh yeah, that would be cool. It'd be cool if there was a particle system in here for this, for like finding sparkling objects. So we'll put that in there too, so I can show that. So but no, right now what I'm doing is basically I guess we can just do this actually. There we go. What I'm doing is basically making it so that when you find something and examine it, when you find something and examine it, it will like appear, and then the examination text will show up. Because currently the text will show up before it's even revealed, which we don't want, of course. So we're just working on that a little bit. So I'm gonna grab the player, move him over here. It might be cool to add some sort of key combo to, I don't know why I said it like that, key combo, but add some sort of key combo that allows you to like move an object to a specific location. So you can like register, for example, like, oh, the player is that object, and I just want to be able to hit like Control Shift Alt S and like move the player to my mouse cursor, something like that. It seems like that might be a cool feature to add, either for Tetra3D, or maybe there's already a add-on that does this. I'm not sure. Okay, so this is the text when we examine the area. But I want it to be kind of a smoother process. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna say node.properties.hasExamine. This is it, and then we'll say node.properties remove examine. So we don't want the examination code to be active when, like, we don't want it to, we don't want you to be able to see anything, to see the text of the object until we're ready. So once we reveal it, we say if sparkle.visible not visible, then sparkle or globals.timer system dot after a second and hold on. Sparkle node properties get examine set okay, so basically this should work where essentially we should be able to like look at it, it'll like appear, and then a second later it will allow us to basically examine it, just like that. Perfect. So when you're looking around, you're like, oh, where is it? Ding. There we go. Cool. All right. And then this is where it will be interactable. So we could say sparkle interact. All right. Yeah, that's the general idea. This is where it will be like pick up and sparkle node unpaired, and there we go. It appears to be a small brown keys of some type, and then okay, and then there we go. So that's where it would be. You picked up the item. We might put a status message in the top left or something. That worked. So that's pretty good. Yeah. Let's make let's make it so that it fades in rather than appearing so like suddenly. We just set the color alpha. Is it additive? It might be additive. Let me take a look here. Is it additive? Oh, I think it might be. It is, right? Yes. Okay. So let's do something like this. We'll set it to be black essentially, and then we want it to fade in when it's visible. We can do that pretty simply. Set. I don't have an HSV, do I? I do have HSV, but I do have HSV, but not. I guess 3D. From HSV. Okay. So I can do it that way. Okay. We'll do it like this. With a super janky approach. So, okay. Oh, is this float 32? It is, dude. I should probably Juto says, where can I find this song? Checked your SoundCloud and couldn't find it. This goes crazy. Thank you. This goes crazy. Thank you. Thunder Days. I don't know. Let me see. I guess I don't have it on SoundCloud. I suppose I must not. Thunder Days. SoundCloud is not good enough for this song. I'm not sure where I put. I guess I never put it up. So I guess I'll put it up. I'll put it up now. I suppose I'll put it up now. Hold on. I mean, you can just you can just enjoy a loop for now, I guess. Where is it at? It's in here. It's in here. It's in here. It's dumb. This is dumb small print. I know for everybody. Oh no, I can't make a thing of it. This is too small, but I don't have the plugins. I have to re-get the plugins. I'm not sure if I'll actually be able to do it right. Let's see. I think this is, I'm just trying to listen to see if this is the same version. Yeah, I think this is the same version as what I was just playing. Yeah, it looks like it is. Okay, so even though I don't have, I'll have to set this back up. The loop I have here on, that was just playing a wave file. I can just put that up, so it's no big deal. Public. Here we go. Oops. All right, there we go. Absurdly, hold on, that link is way too long. I'm gonna remove that from chat. That's who why can I get just a logical link to my song? Yeah, just give me the normal. There we go. Your music is always 11 out of 10, motivates me to improve in that area. Thank you, Elias. Appreciated. Thank you very much. I feel like I'm getting better. I feel like I'm getting better at making music, which is fun. It's fun to get better. It's fun to stink and you know, keep playing and keep making music and stuff, and then you come back, you know, a year later or 2 years later and be like, this is better. Vaporwave says, I'm back and I'm real. I'm glad to hear that you're back and you're real. Thank you for coming. Actually, on that same topic, I picked up a guitar, so I'll see if I can get good with it. This is a donor guitar. It's pretty sick. I like it. It's pretty dope. Very interesting feeling because it's just there's no like hole here like for not amplification but for resonance like an acoustic guitar. So it's just interesting to have a really thin electric guitar. It's just interesting, but it's been interesting to play and try to get better at it. And I'll see if I can kind of get sick with it. I've been working on it, kind of playing quasi regularly, maybe on average 3 or 4 times a week. Like with each time I play being anywhere from on average I probably play for like an hour, like an hour a day, every 4 or 5, 4 days a week, something like that. It's pretty fun. it's a dope guitar. I like it. I like the way it looks. I like the way it feels. I think I don't have the whammy bar or like the it's not like necessarily a like, well, it's a pretty entry level guitar. I think it was just a couple $100 compared to other guitars that are like $1,000 or something. It's just it's pretty cheap, but it feels pretty solid, and it's been fun to try to get good and like work on like my picking speed and my trying to get my fingers to the right notes and stuff. It's very interesting. It's interesting and it's different, and it's something else to make music with an instrument compared to making beats or making music with a piano or making music with a sampler, or not a sampler, but like a DAW, like Renoise or Fruity Loops or something. It's different. It's different. The instrumentality you get from a guitar is so different compared to even a piano, because it's a lot more technical, but you can do so much more with the strings directly than a piano, where you're just basically hitting the notes, hitting the keys, and those strike the strings with hammers. To have your fingers directly on the strings, you can do crazy stuff. You can make it sound very interesting, very different. So it's a lot of fun. Heavily recommend picking up an instrument like a guitar or a piano or drums or whatever. Game Novice says Math Rock album win. Give me another like 3 or 4 years and yeah, Math Rock. You know it. Math Rock would be I love me some good Math Rock, some alt rock, some metal. I mean, like, there's a lot of good genres out there. Jazz and oof, there's so much you can do with even electric guitars. Like, you would think like, oh, like electric guitar, you probably like going for like death metal. Like, that's the only thing that you might, not you necessarily, but just people in general. If they're like, oh, you play electric guitar, oh, you probably play like like rock. And it's like, that's something you can, of course, but like, there's a lot you can do with electric guitars. You don't have to play only one genre, or you don't only have to play it one way. And even with different amps, different amp setups, you can get different sounds out of it. So it's been very interesting. It's been very fun to play an electric guitar and be like, this is just really soulful. It's not really like overcharged or aggressive. It's very light. It's very interesting. September by Earth, Wind & Fire. Do you remember? Yeah. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's been fun to pick up the guitar. I heavily recommend it. I got it in like January, so I've been playing it for about a month and a half or so. And it's fun, and I'll keep playing it, and I'll see how good I am in a few years. It's very interesting to pick something up that it's like, it's interesting, I think, to pick something up and kind of be like completely knowledgeable or aware that it's going to be a multi-year project, and just be like, yeah, that's fine. Like, most people are like, oh, it's gonna take too much time, or I started playing guitar and then I fell off or whatever. Or even me, I program or whatever. I've been doing this for so long, I don't think about it. But if someone were like, oh, I want to get into programming, it's like, well, this is going to be something that you're going to have to do hours a week for, years to get really good. That's the process. And Yet it's interesting to come up, you know, to be like, I want to pick up the guitar, and then get a guitar, and it's like you're playing it and you're like, man, I'm bad. This is gonna take like months before I'm average, and you're like, that's fine. And like a month later you're like, okay, I'm a little better, but it's gonna take me another few months before I'm good, and you're like, that's fine. I don't know, it's interesting to just be, you know, working on something and be like, this is gonna take me months to years to get good, and you're just completely fine with it because it's like, well, that's the process. Like, what, you know, that's and it's part of the fun is to get good over that time. I feel like if you could get good in, like, if you got like legendary level guitar playing, if you were able to get that good in, let's say, a month, I don't know if it would be as fun. I feel like part of the fun is kind of sucking for it's being trash for, like, you know, a solid month where you're like, this, I can't do anything, and then you're like, okay, I'm kind of hitting the notes right, and then you start to learn chords and you're trash again for, you know, a month or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, and then you're starting to kind of get chords and stuff, and then you learn bar chords, and it's just like you're always in a state of being like, I can't do this, or I'm not as good as I want to be. But you feel the process of growth more, as opposed to something where you're instantly good. I feel like you wouldn't really appreciate it. I don't know. It's just fun to get good. I guess that's, I'm not there, I'm not good, but it's fun to be getting better. Finger tapping, electric guitar was ruined for me when I picked up the bass. Can't go back. I think it's fun to like play the guitar. I could see the fun of the bass, because like the low notes of the guitar are good, but I could see, like, if you had the bass, man, and if I had a bass, it would be so good. I feel like there's so many instruments out there. Oh wait, that's what I was doing. I need to check to see if this actually will work. Did it fade in? It did. Okay. So let's add some particles. We'll add some particles, like floating up like that. We will go here. We'll need a texture for this. I mean, we probably don't really need a texture for this. They're gonna be so small. Game Novice says, when you pick up a baglama or any Middle Eastern stringed instrument, it's so strange how foreign yet familiar it is for a guitarist. Yeah, I can imagine that. I want to get I would love to play a hurdy-gurdy, but it's like $1,200, $1,500, or $3,000 or something, just to like have someone make it for you, because it's such a like old and unused instrument nowadays. But like, if I could play the hurdy-gurdy, man, you wouldn't be able to handle it. If I got my hurdy-gurdy, oh, it'd be the end of the world. Anyway, let's see. Oh, that's right. I'm looking for a texture. Let me see if I can find it. I think it's particle. Wait, what's it not called particle? What? Didn't I have a particle thing in here? Didn't I have a particle set in here? I know I did. I don't remember the name of it. No, I can't do that. Okay. Oh wait. Okay, there we go. No, that's foliage. Oh, I could use foliage actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I need bushes and things, so this would be good. And I know I had, let's see. Your potential fears the world. A guzheng? A Chinese plucked zither. 21, 25, or 26 strings. It's 64 inches long, and it's tuned in a major pentatonic scale. Huh. Interesting. Fingerpick made from materials such as plastic resin. tortoiseshell or ivory on one or both hands. Oh, that's interesting. So it's kind of like the harp, but horizontal and major pentatonic. I see. The guzheng. This boy, this chunky boy. Interesting. I still can't find. Where's the texture? What do I do? Where do I go? Where are they? Lightning. No, where's the textures, dude? I know I have them. Are these the same? Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe I. Did I not save it? Nah. Oh, flare. That's what it is. Flare. I can actually cut this out here. There we go. This one. Elias says, by the way, what stuff would you recommend for improving in music? Definitely make it. I mean, just to be. I mean, you already know if you played bass, and I've never played bass. In answer to your question from like 18 minutes ago, and I'm not 7 feet tall, but I am tall. I am relatively tall, but I'm not 7 feet tall. But yeah, I mean, practice is definitely important. Probably practice and playing or just appreciating different kinds of music. So if you want to play anything, any genre, you probably should play a whole bunch of other genres. Why do I have a makefile in here? I don't like that. I don't like that there's a random makefile on my computer. What? Montage PNG. Oh, okay, I see. So it like converts it from PNG into JPEG. Okay. Makes a JPEG out of it. Okay. I don't need that. It made this thing. Okay. We'll use this little. I like this guy here. We'll use these two guys. And we'll put it in here. Pick a complicated song, play it at 5.5 speed, and try to pick out what's being played and plug it note for note. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Really sharpens ear for listening. Bump up playback speed as you get comfortable. That's a good idea. What I've been doing is playing playing along with a variety of songs while I get kind of comfortable with the guitar, and then I'm trying to learn caged, so the basic open chords for C, A, G, E, and D, those hand shapes, and then go from there. So just trying to play a lot of different genres and at different speeds. Also, I use easy effects here on Linux to basically tune the song up or down, so I get kind of familiar with different positions on the guitar. But you were talking about complex electronic stuff. Do my hands hurt? Yes. My hands hurt probably because I'm putting too much pressure on my fingers, like to hit the strings. So I'm it's hurting, but I'm gonna get used to it. I'm getting calluses on my fingers, like the skin on my left hand is getting a little thicker, but I'm also going to get used to it / get to the point where I'm proficient enough where I don't have to put that much pressure on the strings, where I'm assuming after a month or two I'm gonna be like, I don't have to press that hard. I understand, I just have to put it at this angle and put it at this position, and I don't have to go super hard. So I'm just kind of getting used to it. Caged is good for standard tuning, but it'll throw you off when you change guitar tunings for certain songs. Not that it's bad, but just prepare to relearn. That's true, I guess. Yeah. So I haven't done any songs that require drop D or anything like that. So if I do, then that's something to kind of keep in mind. You're right. Thank you for getting me prepared to face that. Hopefully, I don't know if I want to. I'll see about that later. Basically, I don't know if I'll ever get to the point where I'm like, I need to go that hard, or if I'll just be like, I'm just good, kind of getting better with playing the guitar in general. I don't need to mess around with additional tunings yet. Maybe I'll get there in years, maybe I'll get there in months, I don't know. But I'm not really worried about that right now. Once you change tunings, you can't stop. I've already snapped 3 strings. So I already know about tuning my strings. I've already changed tunings multiple times. No, I'm still getting used to like the proper intensity to pick my strings and things, where it's like you shouldn't pick that hard. Maybe the angle I'm picking is wrong. I'm getting there. I'm getting better. And I think I'm kind of using more strings instead of using the same like high E, like, you know, the string. Like that's the you know, oh man, I want to play guitar, let me go to the highest string and, like, you know, really bang it out, really, and then you snap the string. So I'm kind of getting used to like other strings to try to like extend the life of all the strings. So that's good. But it's interesting. It's interesting to play guitar and buy new strings and restring your guitar and get used to that process too. It's interesting. It's very fun. Can I just drag this here? Can I not? Okay. Good talk. All right, we will go with shadeless. We will go with the additive. We will go with billboarding. This will be a particle. This song is very nice. Love the drums. Yo, thank you. Now I'm thinking that I could probably cut the number of particles in half, the number of triangles in half, by just using one triangle for a particle, like this. Something like that, and then actually, I'm not sure if this will work, but let's see. Nah, it will, yeah, there's no way to like actually get it to be. I'd have to add some like extra room around it to get it to look right. Something like that. It's not that critical. I'm not chasing performance to that degree. Okay. All right, so there we go. We have some particles. Why is this? I guess I did it on purpose. Okay, so we should be good to give this a shot. All right. So how do we composing complex electronic stuff? Probably listen to songs you like. So if you know, listen to people who are good, who you know, make the kind of songs you like to make, you can kind of imitate them and pick up on some tricks or pick up on some general ideas. I think focus on. I think I'm getting to the stage where it's like it's very important to focus on the spaces between notes and the spaces between melodies and stuff. That's very important, I feel like, for and I guess the spaces between instruments as well. Like, you know, if an instrument is playing, maybe leave the second instrument out, and then when that instrument stops playing, you can pull in the second instrument. So, you know, kind of letting the composition breathe is important, and that's something that's really, I feel like, heard in a variety of genres. Really, every genre, every good song in every genre has breath in the composition. Orchestral, dubstep, like, you know, if you're listening to you know, a waltz, there's breath between or pauses or air or silence between different instruments. Same thing for Skrillex when he's making, you know, his bangers. There's you know, spaces between instruments. So I think that's something to kind of pay attention to, because I think a lot of musicians, or I guess I could say, you know, for myself, when I kind of was starting out, I focus more so on like trying to get a good melody and getting a good chord progression or whatever, or kind of filling the space, and making a good video game song or whatever. But it's like, really, you probably want to give more space. You probably want to give more room for the player, for the listener, to kind of like groove on the song. So basically, it's not just like a machine gun blast of like notes. Like put some spaces between the notes to emphasize different rhythms, and those those spaces where you put the rhythm, you also put the rhythm instruments. So the drums can kind of play along with the melody, hitting certain waves or things like that. But yeah, practice, listen to different genres, try to make different genres. Don't just make your preferred genre. All right, so that works. So what we're gonna do, let me see here. I don't quite remember how this works, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Let me think. This oh, it does. I see. That's how it works. Okay. So we will do it this way. We will do it this way. I mean, do I even need to system node dot mesh? Why do I even have a system node root clone root patch add? Why don't I just do it? Yeah, okay. I think I kind of see why I did it the way I did it. Okay, so we're gonna do it like this. We'll just parent it to set sparkle. Okay, so oh, it's in a different scene. Okay. Oh, okay. Change the wrapping mode. Yeah, that's true. Game novice, I could change the wrapping mode. Game novice says, I can't have brain power left to conjure up intricate drum lines. Dude, the drums they don't get enough. The drums are super important. Where is it? Is it in G graphics? Yes. Okay, there we go. So assets. Yeah. All right, so this should kind of get us where we're looking to go. All right, and then I think we can just update it. Spark. Let's just I don't think we have to draw. I think that's it. Okay. So ideally, nothing should go wrong. Oh, we got a particle. Hello. Hello. Do we need this to be invisible? Is that what I am seeing? I think the answer is no. I think we don't need it to be invisible, but we'll see. Okay, so particle system dot settings. Why didn't I just do? Game Novice says, "Hey Solar, have you tried porting any projects to Android? If you did, how did it go?" Not. Oh, Fox Shield, the hexagon. Yeah, PK Thunder, Fox Shield. Yeah. I tried porting I Know Who I Am to Android. Well, I didn't really port it. I just exported it to Android through Godot. It worked really well. I'm trying to remember if I tried this with I'm trying to see if did I try this with Go? I think I did. I think I tried porting something to Android and it worked well through Epiton. So yeah, I think it went well. I think it went well. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, this. Oh, did it actually spawn? Oh no, that was that. But I think this needs to be visible. I think it does need to be visible. Okay, there it goes. Cool. Xgun 2, Xgun, yeah. Xgun 2. Okay, well, why is it that it's not choosing the first one then? Elias Taylor says, "Gonna get some sleep. Thanks for the stream. Have a great day. Game dev progress." Oh, thank you. Thank you very much for stopping by, and I hope you get some sleep. Yeah. Okay, that's correct. Factories. Okay. Okay. New particle. Oh, yeah. Okay. Wait. Okay, no, two. Yeah. All right. I think there's a well, let me see. Oh, yeah. Why didn't do I not call re-init? No, I do. Okay. Dev particles. Okay. Dev part was this. Part was this. Okay. Part. Okay. Reinit. Why is this not in reinit? Lifetime. Lifetime. Yeah, why not? This here. Let's see. Half open interval, 0 in. Half open interval. Does that mean it can't hit? Hold on. An interval in which one endpoint is included but not the other. Boom. Okay, so boop boop. Okay. All right, so it can go from 0 up to in, but not in. So it's 0 or 1 in this case. Because yes, then why is it only? All right, hold up, because I'm interested in this now. Like, it should alternate between 0 and 1, right? Yeah. Sometimes it's 0, sometimes it's 1. So why is it that this... doesn't do what I think it should? It's only ones. Oh, there's a 0. Okay, so it is 0 sometimes, but... Okay, hexagon particle and hexagon particle 2. Okay. That's correct. Maybe I changed something probably. That might be why it's not working the way I expect it to. What's the word I'm looking for? Lucretius, hello, welcome to the stream. I'm working on particles right now. I feel like it should, because I'm pretty sure once I add more particles, it should work properly. But I'm like, no, there's something out of the ordinary here. 0, 1. Let's, like, it should alternate basically between conceivable models. Lunatics. It should alternate between models. Why is it only this one? Hexagon particle, hexagon particle 2. Oh, let's do it like, hold on, let's see. Oh, I should have filter mode, yeah. Huh. How are they even being rendered? Oh, they're not in the tree. Yeah, okay. Why is it only rendering that one particle? Okay, let's do something real quick. Let's break this down. Let's say we don't use the second particle. Is it the first one? Yes. Okay. When a particle re-inits, Seti says, I have uploaded a new version of Ebitenjin Kage VS Code. Documentation should get better. Added some small helpers from Kage Desk. Oh, fantastic. Excellent. Thank you. Okay, so it looks like it is choosing different particles. It's just for whatever reason not rendering with different particles. That sounds like an issue with Tetra3D, so let's take a look there. Fetch. Oh, am I misunderstanding fundamentally how this works? The answer, of course, is yes. Okay. I see. So basically the problem is when you batch things together, I completely forgot that this is how this works. When you batch things together, they basically have the same material. So these two objects can have the same, they need to have the same material essentially. So that means we need to go to GIMP and basically just put these two particles on the same material. Or really we could put all of the particles on the same material. So let's perhaps do that. So this can go. These two can go. Okay. So we're just gonna make a new one that's like, I don't know, 128 by 128. And this will be where all of our textures live. Particle effect textures. Image, we scale it down to 16 by 16. I guess it was 32 by 32. Also, can I get a grid here? Like, bruh, can I get a grid by chance? My man. Alright, can I have it in white, please? Image scale. There we go. There we go. Beautiful sparkle. I didn't come up with this. This is from, hold on. We'll save it here, and we'll put it out here for us to export. Yeah, I didn't come up with this. I got this from Open Game Art, as I recall. So that we can just basically grab this. We can name this rename this particles. Okay, not sure how I did that. There we go. So these can all use the same thing here. There we go. Now we just have to fix this to be correct. So let's grab this guy. What's your approach to particles in Tetra3D? Anything interesting, or is it going with a nice tight CPU loop? There's a couple, not really anything interesting particularly. It's basically just, there we go. We can save this. We can destroy well, they'll get destroyed automatically. These guys. And this guy. There we go. Basically, particles in Tetra3D are batched together. So it's not so much that they're anything special. It's just basically you could do this yourself, but it's a little bit of just additional boilerplate code. So I just thought I would do it myself. And so it just basically handles movement of particles. It handles fading in and out, color blending, that kind of stuff. Reusing particles when they die. You know, just nothing really out of the ordinary, but just like things that are useful to do and that they all, you know, all particle systems basically would do. I do it for you essentially, but there's nothing particularly special about it. So that should fix it. I don't think I actually re-exported. Oops. That should do it. There we go. All right, so now it's alternating between these two particles. I don't know if we'll actually need to keep both of these particles, but I just want to be sure that it actually did work. All right, so now we're gonna basically make it look a little better. So I think the speed is not bad. They're a little high, so we're gonna go back over here because this is actually where it's based. We're gonna move it right around there. Say the particles themselves could be smaller, so we're gonna say settings.spawn size scale. I also have this kind of like, implementation wise, I'm not sure what you mean by implementation. I guess internally they're just models. They're just triangles. Like they're just, you know, it's just drawing a model as a particle. I would like to do like a point particle to basically simplify it, where basically rather than drawing a triangle or multiple triangles for a particle, we basically just transform one point in 3D space and then just draw a sprite at that location. I feel like that would be a more efficient method to do it and raise, you know, the bar from thousands of particles to tens of thousands of particles as an example. I feel like that would be better, but it's not bad. For the scale, set axes. Yeah. For the scale, wait a second, hold on. Uniform, there we go. For the scale, we can go from like 0.1 to 0.2. All right, little sparkles. Okay, let's change. And I know that this is kind of slow. We could do this in such a way where it loads particle settings from a file or something, but this is fine for now. Okay, so can I please? Can you? Thank you. Let's see. Lifetime, I feel like they could last a little bit longer, maybe like one, yeah, I can say set range. Okay, go from like half a second to 1.5 seconds. Let's go back. No, okay. All right, so some of them are longer than others. Spawn count. Could spawn a couple, I guess, at a time. Spawn rate could be like 0.25 or something. These could probably be ranges as well. Okay. Kind of feel like it should be smaller, like the particles should be smaller. They definitely also should be distributed like around. Set range X. I guess we'll just say set ranges to be like negative 0.5, negative 0.1, 0.1. uniform. That should be fine. But that alone might be enough to kind of get us pretty close to looking pretty good. That's better. That's better. Yeah, I'm not sure about the like empty ones. And you can see how like they kind of they eclipse each other. I think actually that might be fixable if we go in here and we change this to be, no, alpha blend. They are alpha blend. Okay, well, that's something for another day. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna make them fade out too. Add our DA. And do the, is there not a, let's see, color. Does it start off with 1? It does not. Okay. All right, so we're gonna work, add some color curves here. Looks like bubbles, like the old cartoons when a drunk person has them coming out of their mouth and drink. It kind of does look like that. Let's see. So we want them to fade out, so we'll just do something like this. There we go. Fade out maybe a little slow. Fade out maybe a little slower toward the end. Maybe fade in a little fast. Like that. There we go. All right, it's not bad. Not bad. What we want to do probably as well is, yeah, I feel like it looks better at distance. So when it's small, so I think we want maybe more small particles. So we're gonna make it so that they spawn more frequently, maybe. Something like that. And make them move maybe a little bit more slowly on average, and make them smaller overall. Spawn. Oh, there it is. Scale. Yeah, to like 1, 2. That's pretty good, I think. It's not bad. All right, now we want this to only really spawn anything when it's on. So what that means is we want this to basically say sparkle dot sparkle system dot on. Do I not have it? Do I not have an option to? No, I don't. Okay, wow, that's crazy. All right. I swear they added this button recently, because I never had to click up there to get to file. I think it was like on a ribbon or something. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna add an on-off switch. Yeah, that's it. We're gonna add an on-off switch. Particles. Let's see, systems. Okay. To remove, that can be that dead particles. You can access the particles to be the living. No, you shouldn't be able to access the living dead particles. Why not? It's up to you. If you need to do it, do it. On bool. Yeah. So update. All right. So if he has one air timer is less than 0. Okay, it's 1 timer -1 but we still want to update the particles that exist already. To remove. Okay, that's still fine. We still want to remove particles that. Yeah, we just don't want to spawn particles if there we go. If the particle system is off. Visible instead of on. We don't want the, like, when you destroy a particle, like if we just use visibility, then when you, because what the idea is here is you have the item. There's an item here. When you look at it like this, it becomes visible like that. It starts sparkling. This is when we want the particles to appear. If we make it so that it only is visible, changing the particle system's visibility, then when you make the particle system visible, all the particles appear at the same time. We don't want that. I don't think. Maybe we do. We'll see. But I think I want the particles to start appearing when the sparkle is visibly there. Also, when I did that, it feels like we want bigger particles. We could also make it so that they spawn a little bit more often and maybe a little bit more of them at a time. Also, spawn count and spawn rate could be... let me see, hold up. Spawn rate. Yeah, these could be like number ranges. Also, yeah, so new range. There we go. And then over here we say, let's okay, so let me think here. Hold on. So I guess it would be a it would be an int range, but that's fine. Slight horizontal velocity, yes. Color gradient for lifetime, yeah, that would be good too. I'm trying to think if I want to use a number range for this. I think this is fine, probably. Yeah, that's fine, probably. That's fine. Well, this should be. I think that's fine. Spawn timer. Spawn timer is in seconds, right? Also, you should be able to. That's for that. Spawn timer. Spawn rate. Spawn rate. Spawn rate. This is. Whoops. Spawn rate is how often particles spawn in seconds. Okay. So the general idea here, spawn count, we want it to be, let's say, anywhere from 2 to 4 particles. Spawn rate, we want it to be, let's say, 0.15 seconds. All right, so something like that should kind of get us a little closer to something that looks pretty nice. It didn't do anything. Let's see. We have to default it to being on. That would be good. Okay. Now, if it's not on, though... Let's see. This is tripping. There we go. Okay, so that did work pretty much. Yeah, you can see this, the card, like the root of the particle system. We don't want that, so we can do this a couple of ways. Is that okay? Let's do this. Lucretia says, do you have a main game project at the moment? This is the main project. Let's see. What's the game about? Right now it's basically exploring like liminal spaces, which is pretty, it's been done many times, but at the same time, That's what I'm doing. I had an idea looking at Twitter for something else, but I'm like, that would be cool, but I don't want to have this transform into anything bigger than it really needs to be. I want to make something and have it be done. So that's what this is. You're just exploring these spaces. You know, I don't want it to be bigger. I don't want it to be more. I want it to just be something I can finish. So maybe it's going to be 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It doesn't really matter. It just has to be finishable, and it has to be what it is, really. I mean, like, I've already gotten a lot out of this project in terms of like, oh, I need to add this feature, or I need to refine this or fix this or whatever. So every time I work with Tetra3D for something that's not just a demo or something, I come up with new features or fixes or refinements because I'm using it. So it's like, even if the game doesn't go anywhere in terms of like being good, I want it to still be like playable and, you know, usable. Like, I want Tetra3D to be good enough, and for that I'm using this game to kind of like run it, put Tetra3D through its paces and like try to improve this, fix this, you know, clean this up, etc., etc. So it's okay if it's not super deep or interesting or good. It just has to be finished, basically. I just want to finish something. Okay, so this is what I'm doing here. Update, then render. Okay, so besides me and my music, do you guys hear anything else? Please let me know, because I'm hearing some other noise, some other sounds outside my my purview here. I hear you and music. I'm watching on speaker. Okay, that's fine, as long as no one else is hearing anything else in the background. Okay. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's not bad. Okay. All right. So we want to maybe we could add some more particles. I think they're small enough. Let me take a look at my profile here. Oops. There we go. Tetra term says we're sitting at like 3 milliseconds ish. So we probably could squeeze out a couple more particles. Let's see if we can. Let's change it so that it spawns from 3 to 6. 4 to 6. Let's try that. Yeah, still 3 to 4 milliseconds. Goes up to 5-ish. That's pretty good. Okay, so we grab it and the particles immediately disappear. That's not really something that I like. I would like the particles to not disappear instantly. Only keyboard a little. Okay, that's fine. I would like the particles not to disappear instantly. That would imply that basically the root of the particle system gets detached, and basically the root of the particle system always renders even if the object it owns is removed. So let me think. Hold on. I guess I don't really need to batch them like this, now that I'm thinking about it. This might, yeah, I guess I don't need to do it this way. Let me try something here, hold on. Okay, so let's say we don't batch. Okay, let's say we don't batch, and when we add a new particle, let's see, clone it, Does that auto batch? Auto batch. When we set the parent, okay. Okay. This is interesting. I'm trying to figure out exactly how I want to do this. Hold on. So we don't need a root anymore. We can just, because if we make it so that there's no root, that means that the particles exist basically outside of, like, deleting the particle system owning node that allows the particles to continue to exist. Well, no, because when we, yeah, that actually won't work. Because when we do this, when we unparent the sparkle, it will no longer, like, the particles will no longer exist. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Well, we could still simplify this. Hold on. We can still make it so that the particles automatically batch themselves, which would be good because that way you don't even have to have a root node. Do we ever use the root? We do use it a lot. Okay. We add particles to the parent. So I guess the root, we still need a root, but the root would not be, the root would be the scene root. This root, that's fine. Root. Parent system root dot add children. Oh, that's true. No, that's fine. Yeah. So this actually, let me hold on. I guess the way it works is fine. Let's not overcomplicate it. I guess the way it works is fine. What I want to do is just make it so that we don't have to manually batch things. I think we can avoid batching things manually. I think we can do that. Hold on, let me see. Because we can just turn on auto batching. And then it's only when reparenting. Okay. So we can just remove this. We don't need this. Okay. Parent. Okay, it's no longer necessary. So that's add children part.model. Particles now organized into a tree. Yeah, the particles I think can be organized into a tree. We don't have to manually manage their batching anymore. Basically, it was kind of complicated, not that complicated, but it was just like some things that supported the particles system that I don't think we need to do anymore, because now we can just manually automatically batch them, which we'll do here. We'll say let's see, particle system particles. Okay, well, I guess we'll just do it like this. Dynamic. I think that should do it. Let's see. Okay. Let's do a couple things here. This no longer. Did I delete? Oh yeah, I did. Okay. Particle system root. You know what? Hold on. Alright, parent this. Well, I guess we can just parent it to, yeah, we just have the sparkle. Okay. Sparkle mesh. Because it just needs to be an object. Alright, so it should just be like this. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. Nothing happened, which is fine. For now, that's fine. Does it have to be visible? It shouldn't have to be visible, no. Take another look. Okay. Alright, so it is spawning the particles in. Oh, really? I didn't know you could do that. Okay. Yeah, it is spawning the particles, so that's good. It is working on that front. But we don't see anything. Okay. What we'll do... I'll try without batching. I just want to see what happens. I mean, obviously it won't perform the same. I just want to see. Yeah, it's not working at all. Okay. How does this? How is this not working? Okay, let me see something real quick. Alright, well, according to this, the position... Position is 0, 0, 0, essentially? Is it... Where is 0, 0, 0 in the scene? It's like over there. It's like outside of this wall. Okay. Match. Okay, hexagon particle 2 is supposed to be spawning over here. Okay, so it's according to this, it's like rendering, or they're in the right location. Okay, yeah, you can see there's there they are, but it's not visible. Okay, so their positions are fine. If their positions are fine. Somix says, does the template for Tetra3D include Tetra term and hot loading? No. Hot loading is just, it's something that I did for this and for different games I made with Tetra3D. I do it basically based on like reading from like your resource directory. Basically all the resources for a Tetra3D game like your image, your textures, your sounds, your GLTF files, etc., etc. I built something to auto like hot reload that stuff. It's not very hard to do. I don't know if I want to implement, give that out in a GitHub repository because it's so small. Like it's such a small thing. It basically is just putting all your resources in a map, or however you want to choose to organize your resources, but putting them in a map like this, and then having your resources object basically check to see like, oh, should I hot reload this? Like, is the file on disk newer than the file I have in memory? That's it. Tetra3D is its own thing. That is a GitHub repository. You can get that, and that is pretty straightforward to use. It's pretty extremely straightforward. So I'm not sure where the particles are being spawned. Like, it feels like they're not being spawned in. Oh, was it that? Was that it? Oh, I guess that. I guess that's true. If they are invisible, then it will never spawn in. No, because it's automatically batched. I don't know. Let me see. I'm not sure. Let me think. Yeah, no, these should definitely render. Let me see. Solids, transparence, depth. Okay. Oh yeah, that's something I hadn't considered. Okay, hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Okay, so these are batched. Oh no, these aren't batched. I hadn't considered transparent batch objects. So I made this like automatic batching system, but I don't think it's working. Yeah, I don't think it's working. I never tested it for transparent objects. Yeah. Man, do I really want to fix this? I mean, I do, but I'm not sure. Do I want to fix this right now? Artem said, Artem, what's the OS? This is Fedora. This is Fedora 37, I think, the latest one. It's pretty good. I think it's not very user friendly, but it's fine. It's good for me because I've been using Linux for a while, but it's stable. It's kind of like rolling release, but kind of released in chunks. So it's like so you basically get a rolling release distro, but it gets updated kind of like main updates maybe once a month or two. If you wanted a rolling release distro that's just kind of like more traditional, Arch or Solus, those are great. Solus is fantastic. Arch is fantastic. I think Endeavor OS is good. If you want something that's more stable, Ubuntu is stable. Debian is stable. Fedora kind of hits that middle ground of being stable but up to date. So like Ubuntu is like kind of, like it can be kind of old sometimes, the packages in its repository, whereas Fedora is like, everything's pretty new. So that's kind of the differences. Anyway, I don't know what I'm doing. Like fundamentally, this isn't batched. Yeah. if I could get this working, this would be dope. Let's try to get it working. If auto batch mode is dynamic, then we want to basically do this. We really need probably 2 auto batch modes, one for transparent objects, one for dynamic objects. Although now I'm trying to think, is this even that important to do it this way? Well, this isn't even the problem. I don't think this is the problem why our particles aren't appearing. So maybe I shouldn't get distracted. Because even if the, oh, I shouldn't have done that actually. I closed it. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that. Let's see. I'll try over my particles. Because I don't think well, we're not. If we're not saying it to be dynamic, then we're pairing it to the root, and if we're parenting it to the root, then the root needs to be visible. The root is wait. The node is a model. Is that even the case anymore? It is. Okay. Well, let's say it is visible real quick. Yeah, no particles, dude. Where's the particles at? Where are the particles? So what is going on? Okay. Oh, add children. Okay. TS root add children part.model. Yeah, I mean, that really kind of does it, I guess. That, so we remove the parent, the anything that dies, it gets removed. And it's fine to remove this, that. Well, no, we still need to recycle it. That's what this is doing, so. Parent it there, that's fine. Spawn, okay. Yeah, this I feel like this should work, but for whatever reason it's not. Model exists. All right, let me do a quick check here. Let's do this a little wildly. Gonna do this a little crazy. Okay, so it is clearly rendering. Is it that it's not visible? Why wouldn't it be visible? true. Okay, so all the particles are visible. So then what is causing them to not render? Okay, now they're not rendering. Okay, now they're not rendering. Well, wait, what the heck? Let's see. Is it because they're being cold? They are being cold. Why would they be cold? Oh my gosh, is that why, dude? Oh my gosh. That's why. Oh my gosh, dude. Forgot to troll transform yet again. Forgot to troll transform yet again. So why was transform not being called? Because they were never placed in the scene to begin with. Okay, that explains it. All right, that explains it. All right, so that solves that. I'm pretty sure we're good now. I'm just gonna go back and reset this stuff. Well, let's not go overboard. Let's not go overboard. Let's just take a quick closer look here. All right, so the particles are spawning. So now what we want to do, I'm gonna try turning on auto batching. Let's see if it works. I'm not sure if it will. Okay, it's still working. Thank goodness. All right, let me take a look here. Hexagon particle. Okay, they're in here. I think they're in here. Alright, well, it's acting a little out of the ordinary. Anyway, I think this is working. Let's see. What we want to do then, I think we can go back and turn this back off. I don't think it needs to be visible anymore. Oh, it does. New particle. New particle. Fez Pazarino says, did you get back to the fisheye shader you were working on last time? Oh yeah, I like basically just rendered the game scene to a mesh. And I got distracted by the camera issue. The camera issue that basically was like making the field of view incorrect. So I fixed that, and I forgot to go back. and like show it, but I didn't really care for it. It felt a little, it felt really just odd. It didn't feel very good. I can try it again. We can try it again. It's no big deal. We can do that maybe after this. Why is this not working the way it should? We're adding the model. Why isn't it batching? Is it because it's transparent? It might be because it's transparent. I don't know. Let's see. Because we're unparent. No, that's not. That shouldn't be part of the problem. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Hold up. There's something out of the ordinary going on here. This shouldn't need to be visible. Why is this? Why are the particles' visibility being influenced by that object? This doesn't have anything to do with that. Okay, let's go back to the drawing board. Let's keep looking. Blur and search. Yeah, I feel like that might work out well. I might have to give it another go. Well, actually, I never tried that. Now that I think about it, I never tried that. This is very complicated, I think. Wait. All right, there's a problem. I'm kind of surprised I never thought about it. Basically, the batching system works based off of distance, and that of course doesn't work if your object is too far away. So we need to basically eliminate the it's too far element. Okay, so let me see. Oops. And that's part of it. Custom code. It's implemented here. Sphere and Frustum. Okay. Let's see. Okay, now it's always rendering. That's correct, because we don't know when the actual objects might render. Although now that I think about it, this might be worse by design because the auto batch renderer has to always render. Alright, well, this may not be the solution we're looking for. Yeah, it's not gonna probably work. We can't, we're not doing Frustum calling anymore here. Although, I guess this... Okay, let's see. Oh, that's important. Okay. What we're gonna do, because I don't want to leave this just not working. I think I'm gonna try to roll back some of these changes to basically get the particle system back working the way it did, which wasn't great, but at least it was working. And then we'll come back to this another time, I guess. What? Oh, if parenting to the system, I mean, I guess parenting it to the system is kind of important, I suppose. I don't know, dude. Oh man, this probably isn't gonna work. Just, I don't think this is gonna work. I think part of it might be like... Oh, I see. No, I don't see. Oh lordy. This. Oh, oh lordy. Oh, it is working. Okay. Oh, how did I not notice? Okay. Or are they not? No, wait. Hold up. Why? Oh, that may be part of it. Yeah. Hold up. No, I never did though. Oh, this is I think I'm lost in the sauce. They're batched. Why? If they're batched, why is it? Okay. I'm just like I'm I don't know, dude. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. All right, let me see something. Hold on. Completely forgot to change the music this entire time. It's a little too late to do anything about it now, but whatever. Does it say how many I batched? It does not say how many I batched. It doesn't. Okay. No. Okay, so it is batching. Alright, so it is batching. So if it's batching, then we just need the thing to be invisible, which I don't think I can just turn this to... It is already invisible, yeah. Is it rendering? It's just this one, right? Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Oh, is it like... I'm so shook. Just give me a second, hold on. Like, why is it drawing the root of the particle system? Why is it drawing the plane? Like, I know it must be because of something I did, but I don't know what I did. That may be part of it. Let's see. To be visible. Why is it rendering? Yeah, I'm extremely lost in the sauce. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to go to the camera. I'm going to go here. Do this. Okay. Right, so that's working. Why is this not a dynamic batcher? I think I'm finally getting on the track here to see what's going on, at the very least. Yeah, add to batch. Clearly. Have I ever set any batch? No. Well, how did it... How on earth is this the case? Oh. It's probably something super simple like that. Let me see here. Is it just like... Yeah, I forgot. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh no, I was lost in this sauce so hard, dude. This is pretty good. I'll just leave it like this for now. There's ways I can improve it, but this is fine. You can't really see it. It's like they're hexagons. Maybe I could let them like rise a little higher. Make it, yeah. Oh my gosh. All right. So, I mean, like, you know, it's good I figured it out in the end, I guess, but whatever. All right. Cool. So now, here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm not gonna worry about the particles because oh wait, I can just do that. Yeah, that's true. Hold up, I can just go to go here and then just take the I can do that and then just say alright, or I guess I should say no.parent.add children. So then when you remove the sparkle and the mesh, the particle system exists, and then we can just turn it off. Okay. Alright, that might work, actually. I guess actually we want to do it like this. Okay, so I think this should kind of do what we wanted to do. The particles are frozen because the system died. So this won't work. Unless we, like, do it, I guess, this way. I guess we could do it this way. This is probably the right way to do it in the first place. So we can just grab all this. That here. All right, so this should kind of get us there, I think. Particle system. All right, so no, we don't have anything to do with the particle system. All right, so now we go to area, and then we go here. All right, and this should be particle. Okay, so that should kind of get us there, I think. He crashed. Let's see. I guess that makes sense. We want this to be off by default. I mean, I'm wondering if there's a better way to do this. I mean, the better way would be to just not worry about all this stuff. You know what? Maybe I won't even worry about it. Because basically, in order to turn it off, you don't have this anymore, it would have to be sparkle. Yeah, because you can't even get it there. I wonder if I should, yeah, let's not even worry about it. Let's not even worry about it. That's fine. I'll worry about it another time. That's fine. That's fine. I'm done. That's fine. I'm done. I need to take a break. I need to take a break. Thank you very much for watching. I've been SolarLune. If you want to support development, please check out the links in my description, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side next time. See ya.